Hello and welcome to the Just for Gamers video game podcast. Episode 116. I love Cockpits.
I love Cockpits.
In this week's episode, we go all Inception in the top 5. JfG Ash has a new life. JfG Alex has a good meat to bun ratio. There's a Fonz from IO Interactive. Woo! And finally, we are big in Japan.
Konnichiwa.
Nice, buddy.
Hello and welcome to this shit show of a podcast. This is episode 116. My name is Alex, and I'm joined as ever by my good friend Ash. You told me to say that, buddy, so I did.
I didn't tell you, that's just what I said.
I did it in my podcast voice.
Well, you did. I know. It's
the JFG podcast.
Are you
people.
wearing
Hello.
your big boy pants as well?
In my big, yeah. Sit in my pee pants all day.
Oh, goddamn day.
All day.
Nice, buddy. I'm worried how badly this podcast is going to go because for some reason, maybe lack of sleep, maybe just myself, who knows, I've really struggled to talk today. Like, anything that I've said has just been total nonsense and completely wrong and in the wrong order. I feel like just that sentence alone, I had to think super hard about.
You're flying along so far. You've said
I mean,
four sentences.
I feel like
They've
I
all
should
been very
quit
eloquent
while I'm ahead. So if you want to just do the rest of the podcast, I'm cool with that.
Well, I don't think anyone wants that.
Okay.
But yeah. Sorry, I'm just momentarily distracted by this double discounts PlayStation sale you've just pointed me in the direction of, buddy. It's
I mean, my favourite game.
Don Bradman Cricket 17.
I know. I did see
27.49.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. Loads of like PlayStation 1 games. You know, that's what I want. Pay more money for games that I've already owned in the previous years.
Or the generation before, like maybe 10 years ago.
Maybe.
Play them again. Check them again, buddy.
I mean, I'm checking through them again right now.
So we got MLB The Show on here for 20 quid. That's very tempting indeed.
It's tempting. I just don't feel like I will ever play it. And I know what you're going to say.
I'll play it for a week.
Yeah, for a week. I just don't know.
Anyway, hi, I'm Alex. This is Ash. Ash, how are you?
Feeling good on a Wednesday, yeah. Sparkling thoughts. Give me the hope to go on. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Sweating my testicles off right now. Jesus.
New album, old lord. It's pretty good.
Is there?
Pretty good album.
Sure.
Yeah, genuinely good. Anyway,
Bonafide.
God, I don't know if that was wise to.
I think less of you.
That's what I was afraid of.
Wow.
That's why.
I hope everyone else does as well.
That's why I should keep all my stupid comments in.
Send
my
your
pocket,
hate
buddy.
mail in to contact at just what are we? The JFGpodcast.com.
JFGpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, and send your disgust in.
www.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Who's
.co.uk /the JFG podcast / Philo1. So, what you been up to this week, buddy? Anything interesting? Anything exciting in this fucking sweltering desert heat that we now apparently live in for all eternity?
Yes. I totally been doing stuff, but not in this form. I've been living my I've been living my second life in JRPG Town.
Okay, I thought you'd like evolved like a Pokemon or something. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, well, I have evolved now. I feel like I've evolved. I've chucked another God knows how many hours into this game. I'll tell you what I've been doing this week in my secondary life. I've been learning how to make coffee, which has been fun.
Nice.
I went to the movies.
Right.
Really enjoyed it. I don't know what I saw, but I'm sure it was great.
Okay.
I got 3 new jobs, one of which is in like a soup kitchen or something.
Right. Yeah.
I think I work at a florist now as well.
You know, I read the pod notes earlier, and it's probably the heat. I'm slightly overworked, quite tired.
Yeah.
I genuinely believed that you'd done all of these things in real life.
Even though they're like in a subheading of my second life.
I was skimming the notes.
You were just like, wow.
He's learning how to make coffee? He's working in a soup kitchen? This podcast is going to be amazing.
I've also been, buddy, to the local baths.
I thought that as well. I was like, of course he has. The weather's very hot at the moment. I mean, I didn't know they had local baths, but I would have gone there as well.
I've been to the local baths only on Mondays and Thursdays, buddy, because I get a bonus on those days.
I read the fucking notes and I was like, I need to find out if there's like an outdoor swimming pool around here somewhere.
Buddy, I've also been doing some medical trials.
Yeah, I mean that was a little suspect when.
Yeah, and I've also been showing an interest in politics.
Yeah, and that seems pretty as unlikely as the trials. Really.
Yeah, exactly. But up to local baths, you were like, "Fuck me, he's been all about it."
I was like, "Fucking, I need to pull my finger out because this boy's fucking seizing the days."
I'm seizing the days. All the days. Those days got seized. Yeah,
it's all about it.
Yeah. So fucking, I can't get enough of this game now. I'm balls deep, like knee deep, plunged up to the eyeballs. Do you have any
idea how many hours you've pumped in?
I'm on the brink of 20 now.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's another 8 hours this week, which has been fine. I'll talk about it in a bit, but fucking, it's this is a time where I don't know. There's not really much coming out. I know we bought like Wipeout, and we're buying like other things like NHL and things like that. But I like big games. I like to dip my toes into big games. Like I finished Horizon. I've thought about going back to that, but to do like all the cheaty side quests and things like that. But no, I don't need to. I've got a game that when I load up my console, I'm like, I don't have to think what game I'm going to play. It's like, well, I'm going to put on Persona 5. Off I go. Let's carry on the story. Woo!
That's fucking brilliant, man.
Yeah, it's great when you get to that stage and you're like, yeah, I just want to play this one game constantly.
Fantastic. Got your value out of it, and has it made you look differently at other? I mean, it's kind of opened up a whole wealth of a genre that we've never even touched. There's a lot of games
I don't think it has. This is just the thing about it. Like, I'm not too fussed about the storyline behind it because it's weird, very weird, but it's cool. I like it. Like, you control mystical like beasts or personas in this other realm and things like that. It's cool. And I'm not too sure about we're just talking about games now, but it's fine.
No, fuck it. We're easy. It's all good. Too hot for sections.
It is too hot for sections. What was I going to say? Like the social side of it, like the day-to-day running of the game. I kind of enjoy that. But yeah, it's just all coming together and it's keeping me intrigued, which is the main thing. Like I haven't really got any kind of issues with it. But I don't think this is like it's gonna pull me into like the JRPG like genre because I feel like this has been quite westernized in a way. Not, I don't know. I want to kind of say one with its styles because compared to a lot of like JRPGs that I've seen or like MMOs, like what are they called? Like JMMOs, JRPGs, MMO JRPG.
Yes.
Yeah. There you go. Like you know, it doesn't look like those ones, and the visuals on this game are just fantastic, and also the music. Like seriously, since last week's podcast, like I was going through, like my PlayStation 4 reset its theme to like the flow one, like the basic one, and I was like, oh well, change it back to whatever one I had. I think it was like the Horizon pre-order one, and I saw that I had a Persona 5 theme there. I was like, fucking sweet, put it on, and then like the music just kicked in, and I was just like, fucking, this is it for until I want to change it. I just listen to this all goddamn day long. Do do. Seriously, that tune it never gets old. It's so good.
He's hooked. He's probably hooked.
Yeah, man. Seriously, it's a fucking great game. I'm well into it. Just if you don't trust me because I'm a dickhead, like look at everyone else that's kind of reviewed this game, and they will probably say everything I did, but much better.
It's a bit of a game, and
yeah,
I drifted away from it, and I will return.
Gibbons, buddy, I think you will, and when I hit that, I can't remember, I had like 7 hours, between 7 and 12 hours, that like first time of going back to it, like after I not chugged through, but got through the stage where it's like, okay, I've got a really good understanding of how this game works. I can just start to enjoy it, really, which is cool.
I think that's it. Yeah, I'm probably an evening or two away from getting there to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm out of the sort of weird tutorialness.
I think your missus would really enjoy it as well, just because like the storyline behind it and all the character developments and shit like that. It's really cool.
Yeah, definitely worth a go.
Yeah, so Persona 5, I'll talk about it again in a bit, probably.
Okay.
Why not? Found out that my phone has a slow motion camera on it, or feature.
Ooh.
So, been doing some stupid stuff with my face and the kids, and it was fucking funny. Blowing raspberries and stuff. Literally pissed myself for about an hour over the weekend.
I love that. I love that shit. That's what technology is for. That's why we're where we are now. It's to make stupid slow motion faces.
I took him to the park at the weekend as well. I took the kids out. Went on the zip line. I was like, you know what would be good in slow motion? Zip line.
Fucking zip line, mate.
Zip line slow motion camera.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's cool. I liked it.
Falling off a zip line in slow motion.
Unfortunately not, buddy.
Well, next time.
I'm quite skillful with acrobatics. And
dexterous.
Whatnot. Dexterous is a word.
Pliable and...
Pliable, yeah. Not as much as I used to be.
Ergonomic.
Oh, ergonomic.
Yeah.
Oh, God, this heat is just stupid. We got the paddling pool out, obviously, on, I think it was Sunday, because that was really hot. And yeah, I just sat in that most of the day drinking beer while the kids, jumped around. I was like, cool, do it, kids. You have fun. I'm just going to sit here in this cool pool. Enjoying some cool beer.
That's what life is for, my friend. That's what it's all about. I've been thinking about getting a paddling pool for the front room.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. But then I thought, well, I can't be asked to... It's too hot to be running back and forth with a bucket. I'd need to get a hose attachment for the kitchen tap.
Yeah.
And it just opened a bit of a can of worms.
You could make some kind of elaborate slide. I don't know what with. Maybe cling film. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be quite fun. Maybe Goonies style shenanigans thing where the water goes through all different things and then into the pool. Make a feature of it,
I was so hot when I got home yesterday. I'd gone to work in I'd only have one pair of shorts, and they're 3/4 that double as swimming shorts.
Nice.
And I went to work wearing those and just a t-shirt, and I have to walk back from the car because I can't park outside my fucking house. And I was just absolutely soaking with sweat. I was so hot. I just came in, I took my keys, my wallet, my phone out my pocket, and I just stepped into the shower and just put it on cold, fully clothed from my day at work, socks and all, and just stood there under the shower for 5 minutes.
That's the way it's done. That's the way it's done, yeah.
Hot here right now, buddy. It's been sort of 31, 32 plus every day for the last sort of week, and it's not something we're really... that probably doesn't sound too bad to people who live in hotter necks of the woods, but you got to understand that it's very rarely that hot here for any length of time, to the point where we have no infrastructure to deal with it. It's kind of like when it snows here as well, we haven't got
we're not ready.
The tires
fucking
and the snow
rain
plows,
though, mate. Rain.
Oh, we're good.
That's
with
our
rain.
time to
we're
shine.
Good with rain. But yeah, we have not got air conditioning in all our houses because we only need air conditioning for a week every 7 years.
Yeah.
So when it finally comes, like there's no one is prepared, and it's just the fucking worst. It's like super humid over here.
Oh yeah, but it just makes me really sleepy.
Yeah, it can happen. It can happen. But I've heard on the grapevine, word on the street, buddy, and by the street I mean the BBC website. Is that tomorrow will cool down and then there'll be a massive storm.
It's a storm brewing.
I'm looking forward to that. The plough!
Well, I looked at my weather app earlier today and it said storms will come in tonight up north. And I was like,
fucking hope so.
Do it. Fucking, yeah, that'd be nice. Cool me down. Obviously, after the paddling pool, whilst still dipping in the paddling pool, had a barbecue. Standard stuff when it's really hot, which was lovely. And, I was going to go to the Yorkshire Wildlife Park on Saturday with the family. Have a lovely day out. But, Friday night, standard game night. Have a few beers. I'm all good. I'm gravy to go the next day. Unfortunately, my wife, comes back absolutely shit-faced.
What a tramp.
I know, right? I was like, what's this? Like, she goes out like twice a year maybe.
And really makes the most of it when she does. Fair enough, man.
I know,
That's how it's done, isn't it?
But I was like, the next day she was just like, I can't do anything. I was like, you fucking owe me. You owe me for this.
Nice.
So yeah,
that's the thing, buddy, because we're kind of higher functioning alcoholics. We can get pissed up and then do shit the next day.
Yeah, we know the score. We're all about it.
Exactly. With that in mind, buddy, what are you drinking this evening? I've got me cooler here. I've got some ice in it as well.
Oh, mate, I've also stepped it up as well. I've put an ice pack in the cooler tonight as well, because I was like, this shit needs to say super cold.
I don't know if you can see on the camera. I've got my Coors Lights here, and the mountain is blue, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, the mountain is blue. Well, I'll tell you, at the moment I am drinking the Land of Liberty style, nice. American style IPA, but then I've got the All for One, buddy, and it's a 4-hop lager.
4-hop lager?
The 4-hop lager. It's very tasty. But
I think sweet.
I'm gonna try and get to the shops like Friday and pick up some of these weird things that I'm always drinking. Bring a bit of gnarly fox down, buddy. Because obviously, weekend's coming. What are we doing at the weekend?
We're meeting up. We're going go-karting, and then we're going to have some fun because it's always sunny at PJ's house.
It's always sunny at PJ's house.
Yeah.
So, buddy, that's my week done, apart from obviously sweating my tits off. What have you been doing? I'm guessing drinking, dancing, fucking, and fighting.
Yep. Drinking, dancing, fucking, and fighting. To be honest, not a lot. It's been hot. Got pissed up in the town because on Saturday, met up with some friends, went out for lunch outside, had a nice big burger.
Outside?
Walked it off, went and got some. Been drinking the cider, buddy. It's
scrumptious.
It's that sort of weather, and I just think, fucking some sort of sparkling cider would be nice. And so, drinking the cider. And just poncing about. It was like 35 degrees on Saturday, and I think on Sunday as well. That's like 91, I think, something like that.
I'm going to go for that. I'll do some quick calculations.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah,
it's nuts. Yeah. On Sunday, I went to a christening. And I have to say...
95, buddy. 95. Yeah.
Okay, well, there you go.
There you go.
I went to a christening, buddy, in a big old church.
Big old church.
The vicar dude, priest, whoever the fuck he was, he said...
the soothsayer.
We've been doing christenings here for over 800 years. And I was like, cool.
Big dick player.
The only time I would ever really want to be in a church, mate, a big stone church.
Big stone church.
Is when it's 95 degrees because it's really cool in there.
Ooh.
Really
did you dip your toes in the holy water to cool down?
I wanted to lay on the floor, but I didn't think it appropriate. I didn't go in the font because, again, I think that would have been frowned upon. And yeah, it was just God-bothering bullshit, and apparently I'm a child of God, so seems unlikely to me. But either way...
Can't see it, mate. Can't see it.
An afternoon tea, which is a very British thing to do, buddy. Had some scones.
Scone.
Pay your money, take your choice. Yep.
Whatever you want.
Not necessarily the sort of thing you want to be eating when it's 95 degrees, but there we go. And then off to the folks for a barbecue, because it was Father's Day, of course. So went off to see me pap, and took him some beers and some chocolate peanuts and raisins, because he loves that shit.
Oh, lovely.
They were a bit melty, but he understood. It was the weather, buddy. Forgot to bring the cooler.
Rookie mistake.
Schoolboy error. So yeah, I think that's it. Oh, the one thing I do have to say, my folks, you're probably in this position. We're getting old, and as such, our parents are getting really old and starting to go a bit fucking weird.
Yeah, wappy dappy, yeah.
Like old people,
Yeah, that's what they do.
So they did a barbecue. Now, I don't know about you, but when I have a barbecue, one of the most important parts of a barbecue is to buy way too much.
Standard, yeah. Too much food has to have
to buy,
and even on the sides, way too much pasta salad or whatever. Too much
potato salad.
Too much.
Yeah, loads of all that shit.
Fucking but not enough bread.
No, never enough buns. Never enough buns. It's important that there's 30 sausages left and
the
no
meat
buns for them.
to bun ratio it's got to be off by a fucking mile.
Hugely skewed. You basically you think to yourself, what would a normal person eat for an evening meal? And then you times that
20
by 5.
burgers and 6 sausages, couple of chicken legs as well.
They probably want some chicken legs, some lamb shanks, maybe some ribs. It's a feast of meat. Now, you don't need to go that overboard.
Some sort of meat feast.
Meat feast, buddy. Yeah. You do need to have too much meat, though. That's kind of part of doing a barbecue. Yeah. My folks did the bare minimum, the exact amount of food that you would. So there were 4 of us, right, eating. They bought no buns.
Wow, that's a good start.
They did 8 sausages.
Yeah, 2 sausages each,
and 4 large pieces of chicken steak.
Okay.
And that was all they did, and I'm thinking...
Where's the burgers?
There's no burgers.
Where's the belly pork?
There was no mystery meat. There was no lamb kofka.
What?
And I looked at it on my plate, and I'm like, this is an entirely reasonable portion of food for me to eat, but...
It's not good enough.
You know what I mean?
Ah, mate, don't get me started.
Just a shocker. I just think it's. They dropped a bollock there. I didn't even want any more, but I was furious that there wasn't any more. I don't know. Maybe people do it differently. Maybe write in and tell us, buddies. Of course, this is a gaming podcast. Let us know how much food you barbecue. It's crucially important.
Yeah,
but no, I was somewhat irked by it. Let's put it that way, buddy. And and that's me. So probably enough of that. I'm just sweating. I'm not even moving.
I know, right? It's horrible. I'm just trying to think cold thoughts.
Think cold thoughts, yeah. The man
Where's that
still
fucking
blue.
ice vest, mate?
I said about the ice vest.
I ordered one, and it just never turned up. I think it melted.
It may have melted. I would hope. We were under the impression at least there was some fabric involved. It maybe was reusable. You put it in the freezer.
No.
It was just ice.
It's just ice, mate. Melted. In transit. Yeah.
Well, on that note, let's go and talk about what we've been playing. So do you want to wrap up your Persona 5 talk, buddy, just very briefly, and then we'll move on? Because...
yeah, so I'll just tell you about my progression in that. That word. I finished off the first dungeon. I fucked that guy up good. It took me a couple of times. It was a toughie, but I'm playing it on pussy setting. So when you're in a massive boss battle, it's if you die, it's do you want to start that battle again? I'm like, yes, please, because if you die in a normal, just standard battle, you either have to start again from your previous save or from the previous safe room So within the dungeons, each level or whatever tier or something like that, as you progress through it, there are these areas called safe rooms, and you can go in there and save your progress, and you're good to go out again and fuck shit up. So yeah, I finished that off, and I think last week I was saying like, there's quite a bit of combat. I'm getting a bit tired of it. That's because I did like the whole thing in one go. You can like do it over several days, like in-game days kind of thing if you want, to spread it out. There's nothing stopping you doing that, which is cool because like,
that is nice.
Yeah, these safe rooms, like as soon as you found one, like when you go back into the palace, you can fast travel to that safe room and go from there, which is cool.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, because you can get a little burnt out otherwise, can't you?
Yeah, totally. Oh, seriously. So yeah, I got really stuck into like the social aspect of this game, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. Meeting all like these different people, and finding more out. Obviously, there's. I thought last week I was at the end of the tutorial. Obviously, this game is a continuously learning game, and you will learn stuff all the time. You will go on. Found out that my cat can transform, which is weird. Or not my cat, the cat that comes around with me can transform. Fucking, it's fine. Don't like. It's just like, yeah, this happens. It's like, okay, cool. I like that.
That's the thing. Like everything that happens in that game is just immediately accepted as normal. Like,
yeah,
there's
man.
nothing. There's no sort of. Hang on a minute. Really?
The way they do it is really well, like with like, because the majority of the time you've got like 4 characters talking to each other. Like when you're in your group, obviously you have got 4 characters, and they will react in different ways, and that's how like it explains what's going on and things like that. It's done really fucking well. The presentation in this game is like nothing can fucking hold a candle to this game.
One of the best things about it, isn't it?
It just looks and feels absolutely amazing. Like I've come to terms with like how you can move within it, because that was one of my pet peeves. It's like I can't creep properly. Like he just like tiptoes around, but that's not like really creeping, like crouching and stuff like that. The cover system's a bit weird, but I've easily adapted to it. It's fine.
That's good to hear, actually, because I really wasn't getting on with it at all.
Yeah, don't worry so much about like the stealth mechanics in this game, because you don't have to. You can just walk up behind people and ambush them, because like the whole thing is like, say there's like a guard walking around, you have to attack them before they attack you, because then you get your attacks before they do, and the way that I'm finding it is, yeah, try and kill them before they even get one attack off, because like I had one battle and I knocked them down pretty much all the way, and they had 2 attacks and they just killed the main character, and I was like, oh fuck, I've just lost like 45 minutes of gameplay. Great.
I've heard people complain about that as well. Like,
I think it's just one of those.
And stuff in turn-based battles, it takes the piss a little bit, doesn't it?
It does a little bit, but like the thing is, like, if you're in doubt about it, you can always use like the guard as like instead of attacking them, you can just like put your hands in front of your face, and if they do attack you, you take a hell of a lot less damage. So you can still guard yourself and use like the other 3 characters to like attack.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, like if you're ever in trouble, but like the majority of the time that I found that I need to use the guard, like it prompts me before I should. It's like, oh, it looks like he's heating up for a big one or some bollocks like that,
Right. Okay.
And it's like, okay, right, everyone just guard and then wait for him to attack. He'll knock like, loads of like HP off us, but we'll still survive. And then just like a case of healing up and fucking shit out of him the next few turns. Oh yeah, like I said, the social aspect of this game's like I'm really enjoying it, meeting new people and like leveling up all my shit. I'm like, oh dear, I'm in the loop now. I need those extra points so I can do shit. Yeah, man, seriously, it's totally got me with that. Yeah, there's a lot to learn, but it's a cracking game. I've started on the second palace now. I think I'm like halfway through it. Already, so yeah, 20 hours in now, buddy, and still wanting to play more. I keep doing the classic of I'm playing it downstairs for like a couple of hours, and then I'm like, I'm just going to go lie in bed and play this and stick my headphones on. So like, I'd unplug my hard drive, take it upstairs, plug it in the PlayStation upstairs, and use the cloud slave, and then off I go again. Yeah, and the beauty is the game itself has got an in-game cloud save as well. So I haven't got a dick about with like the PlayStation cloud saves. So it's just like, save it on the cloud within the game, and that's
a nice touch, isn't it?
Yeah. It's got to the point now where I've actually installed it on the console upstairs and the one downstairs, so I haven't got to fucking take the hard drive out and drag it upstairs and things like that. So I'm just like, fuck it. It's like I'm balls deep into this. It's a really good game, and I can understand why it's taken me a while to get into it, because obviously we had other games to try and get through. But yeah, I'm glad that I've got a good month or so now just to chuck at it. So everybody's going to really enjoy this section for the next month, where I
and
talk
on that
about
note,
Persona
we should
5.
probably move on.
Yeah, Gibbons, buddy. So yeah, I jumped into FIFA 17 because we had it for a week last week. I believe it's got patched out now. I don't know. I haven't tried it today.
Yeah, it's such a weird way of doing it.
It's just like, fuck you.
They released a new update for all users, which basically just like stops you from connecting to the EA servers.
Yeah.
And then you get to a trial. The trial just says like, here is a list of things that you need to be able to access the trial, and then the first one is like server access. Like, I don't know why they couldn't just patch in a thing that made all the trials go thanks for playing, rather than
I don't
being
know.
Like connecting to server,
well, like
failed.
On Sony, there's like you have the whole expiration date.
Yeah, you
things.
can make,
why not just use that?
Licenses expire and then the thing just locks. Like,
it's very
have
weird.
A link to buy it. Like, that's what it's for. So,
totally.
It's fucking stupid EA. But anyway, buddy, what did you think of this game?
I played a bit of The Journey. I was like, wow, this is like Mass Effect, but with football.
Oh, yeah. Do you like it? What do you think?
Yeah, it's all right. It's a nice, neat little idea. I don't know. Sure, it is what it is, isn't it?
It's just beer pro mode with a few cutscenes.
Yeah,
but,
pretty much. It adds a bit of depth to it, doesn't it, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, I quite like the scenario-based stuff. That's one of the things that...
Yeah, like the skill trainings and things like that you have to do.
Yeah, like the fact that you'll be
cool.
subbed on and you'll have 20 minutes to impress the manager and stuff. I quite like that sort of challenge. At the same time, it can be pretty unrealistic. Like, it's,
true.
Get a fucking 7 rating and score a goal with 15 minutes to go.
Exactly. Can be a bit much, but still, it's good fun. And we were in chat on YouTube last week with, I can't remember his name, Rob something, I can't remember, but we were talking about FIFA 17 and the journey, and he reminded me that Madden this year has got that mode. And how I was talking about NCAA as being like one of my like fun, enjoyable moments with football, from like taking them from the NCAA to the Madden. I forgot that they just completely, they had to stop making NCAA games back in like 2009 or something because of like exploiting children, because obviously these are children in college
kids, isn't it?
So you can't make money off kids.
It's pretty weird. Like,
so I was like, oh fuck yeah, that's weird. But apparently they're making some like new NHL thing called Long Shot, I think it's called. I didn't read much into it, but apparently it's got colleges in, so I don't know what they're doing there, if they're made up or what. But I'm sure when I find out, I will let everyone know, because it's fucking news about games, isn't it?
yeah, it is. It's long shot mode. They're really digging it. Like some of the people who got to see a good chunk of it at E3.
Yeah.
It's I think it's called Long Shot because he's like they sort it out, and I think that MLB The Show kind of did this in its Be a Pro kind of mode as well, where you're like you were at the peak of your powers, and then you had like a almost career-ending injury, and then you've got to like work your way back,
build yourself back up. That's nice. I like it.
I think that's all. That always is. That is a great starting
adds
point
to the
for
story.
Totally. So. It looks it. To be honest, from what I've seen of it, it looks far better than The Journey. But then I suppose they've had some time, and we'll have to compare it to The Journey 2, which is coming to FIFA 18 this year
with The Rock.
with the mysterious island, buddy. That's the one.
I love that.
But yeah,
film.
interesting
Great.
stuff.
Oh yeah, so one other game that I've been playing this week, it's a bit of Destiny, buddy.
Fucking hell, go on then.
Yeah, no, it's Destiny, innit?
Yep.
What about it? Destiny 2's coming out. I'm like, ooh, play
What
some
have you been
Destiny.
doing? What have you been doing in Destiny?
I just did some missions. I was like, wow, this game's great. I love it. Can't wait for the new one.
Yeah, not long now, man.
I know. The beta's coming out soon. I think that's in my news favourite thing of the week, so I'll leave that for now.
Sweet, cool.
I got the dates and shit for that. Yeah. So yeah, Destiny. It's a great game. Really fun. It's on sale again at the moment in the double discounts at £20 for like the whole fucking shebang.
You've never played it. That's a really good bargain.
I'd say it's worth it just for the Taken King.
Maybe, yeah.
Probably not though.
20 quid.
We got it for like 6.
Yeah, but we played the system to a degree. Yeah, I think it's a good package.
System.
If you've never played Destiny at this point,
yeah, if you
I don't
haven't
know how
played
that
it at all.
happens, to be honest. But
No,
if you never have, then that's a decent jumping in point, especially with the new one coming out. You could cane 2 months of play into that and then jump into the new one with massive excitement when it comes out.
Gibbons, buddy. So, yeah, that's about it for me for games that I've played by my own some. What about you, buddy?
I've been all about the sports this week, man. Sports. I won't talk about all of them because I've just dipped a toe in, but I played a couple of games of NHL. I played another game of Madden before the
trial ran out.
The trial ran out. I played plenty of PES as well. And I played about 2.5 hours of MLB The Show 14.
Yeah, you did.
Man, that is a great game. It's a really good game. And I'm just playing like quick matches. I'm not doing any of the modes or anything. I'm just playing like exhibitions. I say quick match, just exhibitions, 9-inning games.
Yeah.
All the bells and whistles. I'm using the not the pulse one, but the other one, like the sort of golf swing triple tap kind of way of pitching.
I remember the one.
Getting back to grips with base running because it's a little fiddly on that game.
Yeah.
But it really looks great, and it's stupid because I was kind of sitting there really enjoying it. I had a really close game with the Cardinals as the Red Sox. I usually play as the Red Sox, but try and change the stadium because I don't want that fucking wall to be there all the time because I'm shit
Big Red
at
or
batting.
whatever it is.
Just can't be doing with it. So I was like, I really want the new one. And I was like, why do I want... What is it that I want that I haven't got from this one?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not like the servers will work on the new one because they never make the online work properly. And I wouldn't play numpties anyway. I'd only play like you. And, that's not going to happen on that regular a basis. So why do I want the new one? Like, MLB The Show 14 looks great, plays great. I'm not into the sport like in the sort of live kind of way where I care about the rosters and the team selections and stuff. Although that is fully customizable if I want it to be. It's got it all, man. It's really, really good. Just really enjoying it. The only reason that I'd want to snap up the new one is if you were interested as well, and then we could play it together. But if you didn't think you were going to play it very much, it's just not worth spending the money, even though it is on offer for, I think, $19.99.
Yeah, it's on 20 quid, isn't it, at the moment?
It's tempting because I love it. I just think it's great. And I've been playing it quite often, actually. And I'm playing 14. Like, that's quite old now. It's just plays really nice. Like I still struggle with the batting where the ball will come in and I'll kind of be aiming. You've got a strike zone and you're supposed to kind of position the analog stick where the ball lands in the strike zone, and I find myself quite often. Actually, when I hit the button to swing the bat, I move the left analog as if I'm like pointing where I want the ball to go. But it doesn't work like that. It's all based on where you make contact and when you make when you hit it. So I think that's just from old like I think the bigs you could kind of control where the ball was going. But yeah, just a fucking cracking game, man. Like, highly recommended. And whether we need the new one or not, I'm not really sure. But
I think we should try share playing 14 because obviously the servers got turned off on that.
They did,
you know?
and yeah, they've got previous there. It makes you kind of. It's regretful, to be honest. It makes you not want to give them your money because it was.
They're a bunch of cunts.
I think it was like 16. Was it 18, 19 months or something?
Yeah, it wasn't
and they
very
turned the
long.
server off. It was less than 2 years.
Yeah,
and they turned the servers off for the game. Like, that's really poor. But
yeah,
we could try share playing it again. See how we get on.
Yeah, I'd like that. That sounds cool.
Cool. So the other one that I played without you this week. Continuing my strange theme of gaming this week is Project Cars, but I've been playing Project Cars online, as in public matches online, public races.
That sounds mental.
Yeah, well, it stemmed from Gran Turismo Sport, which is basically. Again, I still can't really talk about that, but the main mode in that beta is just online races.
Yes.
So you have to kind of wait for them, so it's not something you can just pick up and play and play and play and play. So I've kind of got a bit of a hankering for just doing a selection of races in a row, and Project Cars has kind of had my back there. But yeah, it runs really well. Like, there's no latency or problems or anything like that. There's still loads of bell ends on there. But if you stick around for long enough or create a room, then you do kind of have control over proceedings, and you can kind of separate the wheat from the chaff. So it's just really entertaining. Like, having sort of 16 human players going round. I've never really experienced that before. You know, we normally play as like a 4 and have some AIs or whatever in there. But it's just really exciting. Even if you're in sort of 12th fighting, it doesn't matter where you are, I find. Like, because I just love racing games so much, and I'm on the wheel and I'm really engrossed and enthralled. I was having a race around Brands Hatch, the GP circuit, and yeah, I spun out early doors. There was some prick in there, and he took me and this other guy out, and we were miles back. Like, we both sort of wandered out of the gravel trap on the first bend at the same time. The pack was already like 4 turns away. Our race was over, basically. Yeah. And then we proceeded to have the greatest 5-lap battle you will ever fucking see. Like, just me and this kid. Like, yeah. It was completely clean. There was a moment where he touched me, and I
where did he touch you, buddy?
On the back wheel, buddy.
In the rear. He touched you on your rear.
Touched you in the rear, and I ended up like on the grass a little bit and sort of spun slightly, and he ceded the position, so he waited until I like got back on the track, and then he like pulled over off the racing line and like braked and put me back through, because he was like, no, I'm not gonna fuck you like that, I want to pass you properly. And it was just really cool. Like, and we ended up coming 14th and 15th, you know, and it didn't matter because it was just really exciting. It's just making me so exciting for Project Cars 2. Like, I can't wait. I've been reading up. There's like 160 cars this time. They've added like 10 new tracks and all sorts of new modes. There's going to be larger number of people to play online. At the moment, I think it's 16. It's going to be fucking fantastic, man. It's just made me really excited.
Nice, buddy. Well, it's definitely a game that we are going to get this year, because just the amount of play that Project Cars has really had over the past few months, I'd say.
It's come back,
resurgence. Yeah, it really has. Comes back in, and yeah, really enjoying it. And yeah, more of that game can only be better.
Yeah, I've heard fantastic things. The handling model's been overhauled, and apparently it feels not quite like, it can feel a little heavy, Project Cars, on the wheels with the feedback and stuff. They've lightened that up, but you haven't lost any of the sort of feedback and momentum there. So I'm really excited to pick that one up, and it really is shaping up to be a fucking brilliant year for video games in terms of racing. Like,
Seriously.
We've got Project Cars, The Crew 2, GT Sport, the new F1 game. There's a whole load of stuff on the horizon. Imagine if Need for Speed was competent as well. It'd be a bumper year.
Oh, don't. Oh, jizz.
We've already had Dirt 4, which we'll no doubt pick up once it drops like 20 quid.
Yeah,
or
I think
less.
when that goes into some sort of sale, we'll probably pick that one up.
Yeah.
Should be good.
So yeah, there we go. That's me, buddy. I suppose we should just very briefly talk about what we've been playing together. We've talked about both of these before, so
yeah, true.
we won't
Just
dwell.
Quick dip in. Why not?
Bit of co-op game night with Wildpants for
Wildpants.
Was it a fourth
I
consecutive
think
week?
so. 4 weeks in a row we've been playing this now. I'm really enjoying it now.
I am now as well.
I've learnt the ways of Bolivia or wherever the fuck we are.
Exactly. It's we've understood the limitations of the game. We've worked out how to like enjoy it the most, I think, and
it's kind of fast travel is my go-to thing now.
We're working our way through all the like kingpins, and it feels really good. It feels really good. I mean, really enjoying playing it. Mainly as a trio. PJ unfortunately hasn't been able to get on very often, but yeah, me, you, and Funk just caning through the story mode and just really having a good time. And
got a bit of a confession, buddy.
What's that be?
Might have loaded it up single player for half an hour the other day.
Oh shit.
Because I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna, you know, get some weapon parts or something like that, you know, just thought of that, and then made my way to the weapon part. I was like, cool. I think it was like a long barrel for assault rifle. And then I'd stuck the drone out, as you do, marking them up, and then it was like, oh, do you want to use the sync shot? And I'm like, alright then. So marked a couple of people up, boom, they're dead, then waited 30 seconds, marked another couple up, boom, they're dead. Wait another 30 seconds, and I was just like, this is shit single player. This is because that is what I would do. I'd be like, this is how I win, therefore that's what I do.
Yeah,
instead of like,
you shouldn't be able to, but
no,
the fact that you can, it's like
terrible. I mean, yeah, I guess so, but no, bad. And then also when I got the weapon part, like I couldn't even use it on my assault rifle. I was pissed, so I turned it off. So I was like, fuck you, Wildpants. Fuck you.
I take great delight in just like running past things now, like skill points and weapons parts and that. I'm like, nope.
I can't help myself. I've got to get it. I can't help it. I'm like, I see it. I'm like, I've seen it now. Why would I not get it?
Just cading through the story, like not even listening to any of the dialogue.
Cading through the story by not even listening to it.
No idea what's going on. No,
you're just going through the various cartel members. Just like, I got to fucking kill him. I know that. That's all I got to do.
That's it. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. I'm like Doom Guy in many ways.
That's true.
No real context. Doesn't speak. Just fucking kill everyone.
Yeah. Baby makes 3.
Baby makes 3. So yeah, the other game, buddy, Wipeout. We've been playing a little bit of that.
Yes,
I've actually played the shit out of this with the missus.
I know. Any time that I've been on, I'm like, fucking hell, he's playing Wipeout again. And I bet you're like, fucking hell, he's playing Persona again.
Seriously, yeah. You've been on Persona, I've been on Wipeout. We've been split screening it all week. We've probably played 5 hours of it together.
Nice. That sounds good.
She's getting real good as well. Like,
nice.
It took her probably like an hour and a half where she was just fucking toilet and coming 8th every time. And then all of a sudden, she almost won one and I pipped her on the line. She was furious. And to be honest, like, she's been working from home recently, buddy. So I'm crying foul here. Like, there's something going on.
Shenanigans.
Yeah. And community members, please let me know. Because she can't play it because I bought it on my account and you're on my primary device. She can't play it in her account.
She has to play it on yours, yeah.
Has to play it in mine. If I pop on it midweek, buddies, when I'm clearly at work, then please let me know.
Take a screenshot.
Yeah. Take a screenshot, post it in the community. There you go. So yeah, anyway, she's got really good, which has made it really fun because there's a genuine challenge.
Yeah.
And
nice.
We've been working our way through. We started off just doing the career mode and stuff, and then we've kind of just gone into the playbox mode and been doing random tracks and random ships. Started getting a few favourites, buddy. But yeah, we played a bit of it together, didn't we? And what a great game. Such a
great game. Loads of fun. It's just so intense. And like, it can go so wrong so quickly.
It can. Like
I was doing a lot of the time trials things that I've been doing this week, just going through some of the single player stuff. And it's like literally like if you just like hit aside, you just like you slow down so much. But then it's like, okay, well I can try and make that up by doing like do a barrel roll and that kind of thing. So like any kind of air, I'm like, right, do a trick, get speed, go fast, and that's it. It's just try and go as fast as I can without crashing.
I love how the barrel roll drains energy. I think that's a really nice trade-off system there.
Yeah, so totally.
If you're on like 40% shield and you need to get a boost, you're going to be down to 20.
But
like that's a risk. It's risk reward is really good. Yeah. No, once you get to grips with like the sort of cornering with the bumpers, it really does feel great. But the thing really is because I was kind of easing the misses into it. We've been kind of playing, you know, the Mario Kart equivalent of the 100cc or the 50cc.
Yeah, 50cc, yeah.
So we've
been it onto the top one.
Yeah, like those special stages where you start off and you've got to keep doing laps and it keeps getting faster.
Yeah.
Like once you get up to the sort of top class, it's almost uncontrollable. Like I just think I'm too old for that shit. You know?
Yeah, totally.
It's tough. But yeah, what a great package, the Omega Collection. It's a fantastic game, Wipeout. It's got a great mood to it, and I've always wanted to own a Wipeout game, and just really fucking enjoying this one. It's great.
Nice. Oh, buddy, I think that's about it for games that we've been playing this week that I can actually fucking remember. Hang
on.
Ah, what?
I did dip back into that chameleon thing.
That chameleon game?
Yeah, I won't talk about it. I'm just saying.
Okay, thanks.
And now it's time for the news.
Fucking news. Number one.
Super Mario Odyssey. That's the new Mario game there, buddy.
New Donk City.
Has co-op. But player 2 is not Luigi.
What?
He's Mario's hat. He's the hat. Cappy.
Cappy the hat.
Cappy the hat. I'm not sure I can really explain Cappy the Hat. I think you just need to pop onto YouTube and have a look at Mario Odyssey.
No, I'm not going to do it. I've avoided it at all costs.
I was talking to our listeners, but you know, you're welcome to do what you like, mate. Fine by me.
I will.
Either way,
can't stop me.
That looks funny and interesting and very Nintendo, and I'm glad they've done that because a lot of the previous games, like the what was the Wii U game? I can't remember what it was called now, but either way, the last sort of Mario-esque platformer of any kind was very sort of community based, and so were like Sunshine and Galaxy and stuff. Like they were very, very multiplayer based.
Was it just Galaxy 2?
It could have been.
I don't know.
No, I can't remember what it was. It's Super Mario 3D World, I think, is what it was called. Something like that.
Sounds wank.
Either way, this is quite a funny thing, and I think people are going to get a good kick out of it. And it's really suited to the Switch's sort of quirky kind of demographic as well. So, yeah, interesting and cool. And Nintendo looking fucking strong, I gotta say.
Cool.
Need to get their games out quicker.
Yeah, get them games out.
Get some games.
Yeah.
Number 2. There will be at least 5 new games added to Xbox Game Pass every month. So people were kind of wondering how many games were going to get added, because it's kind of, this is a Xbox Game Pass is their new Netflix style service where you subscribe to a library of games a la sort of PS Now, but you don't stream them, you download them and play them and enjoy them.
Does that mean that 5 are going as well, or do we not know?
They've been quite hazy about the sort of rotation system. I mean, to be honest, I think that they should never remove anything from it. I don't see why they would, but Netflix removes shows and movies and stuff to make room for new things, and And I suppose that's given Xbox license to do the same. So nothing's going to leave the service for a good few months. I think the official line is at least until November, nothing's going to come off of the service. And then once we hit November, then some of the older first sort of launch games for the service might drop off in favour of new things. But I suppose as long as there's a constant rotation, it's not too bad. But I just think 5 new games a month, granted, you know, exponentially that's going to be massive fucking storage farms. But at the same time, this is Microsoft. Like, I feel like they could do that if they wanted to.
They have storage farms under the sea, buddy.
Under the sea, mate.
Fact.
Yeah, down where it's wetter and down where it's better. Take it from me. So it's... Yeah, no, it's good news that there's 5 going in there a month. Like, that's cool. It's good news that nothing's coming out of there till November. And I think other than that, we're just going to have to wait and see in terms of the quality of the service. Like, it is all about that software. And if they can keep pumping the service full of, like, good titles and taking, like, weeding away the shite, then fine.
Nice.
Jealous, though. Don't you think, like... Sony missing a bit of a trick to be like if PS Now was affordable, then I think we would have invested in that service. Definitely, there's loads of games on there, not many good ones, but
but they're games that we haven't played because we haven't got an Xbox One, buddy.
Yeah, there's loads of PS3 titles on PS Now that have co-op elements that we would probably get stuck into if it wasn't fucking £13 a month and you had to stream them all. It's
that's the thing.
It's a thing. So yeah, they're on the right track, Microsoft, but I don't want to sing their praises too much until we get to sort of this time next year and see how that service is panning out. So we'll move on for now to this. GTA, the Take-Two mod saga continues. There's now over 40,000 negative Steam reviews for GTA 5. People are fucking pissed off. I don't think we've reported on this because it was E3 last week and didn't really have time for a news section. But essentially, a collection of modders, namely one specific modding team, but several others kind of targeted as well, were kind of sent a cease and desist by Take-Two, threatening court action if they didn't basically take their mod out of service.
Yeah.
Now, Rockstar have always been very, very clear on the fact that they fully support a healthy mod scene in a sort of Bethesda fashion, and they always said provided the mods are single player, they don't affect multiplayer, they're not going to be, it's not possible to use them for cheating or anything in GTA Online, then they're fully behind it. And then suddenly, 2 weeks ago, Take-Two come out, start on these guys and sort of say, you know, take it down, we're going to sue you or whatever. They released a statement saying that, you know, they can't fight Take-Two in the open court, so they have to take it down, and that's pissed off a hell of a lot of people. Lots of other mods have now been withdrawn. The whole community that's been built up over the last 5 years is kind of dying. Like, people are all jumping ship. They're just furious about it because it's just double standards, and in the middle seems to be Rockstar, who don't agree with what Take-Two are doing, but don't really have much control over it because they're a big fucking juggernaut. So yeah, that's kind of the way things are going, buddies.
I can understand them getting banned due to the online aspect of the modding, which is totally destroyed a lot of the GTA Online infrastructure, and you know that is the
fair.
Main source of income from GTA. However, the single player, I think people can still get the single player mods for it. I'm not too sure. I can't remember. I did read something about it. But yeah, it's a shame because there's been a hell of a lot of funny stuff coming out of those GTA 5 mods and stuff like that. But you know, they have every right to do this. You know, it's their property. They can stop everyone from doing whatever they want to it.
I just think it's complete double standards. They've come out and said if the mods are single-player mods, then they're absolutely, completely happy with them, and they've maintained that stance for 5 years, and now they're sending out copyright infringement cease and desist letters to people. It doesn't make any sense. Open 4 is not a multiplayer mod. It's not used as such. In fact, it's riddled with safeguards to prevent anyone from using it for personal gain on GTA Online. And you're absolutely right. It's Take-Two's property. It's Rockstar's property. They're entitled to do whatever they want. They can change their mind on things. It's just the way it came out of the blue during E3. Like, it's just such a weird thing to do. And, just years of work from a modding team that have basically received nothing for it. They haven't sold this mod. They've done everything they can to protect Rockstar's IP. And now they've been fucked. And I just think it's shitty, and it would appear that a lot of Steam users agree.
Gibbons, buddy, I think you're right there.
So I've only got one more thing, basically. It's a slow week for news, as is so often the case after E3.
After E3,
But it's good news. Paradox have been in the habit of publishing things recently, and they've got hold of a couple of deals to publish some stuff for the consoles that is not currently on the consoles. And one of those things is Pillars of Eternity, which I've heard massively brilliant things about from many, many PC gamers, some of which listen to this show.
Indeed.
That is now coming to PS4 and Xbox One. And that's pretty exciting because if we're going to take this Persona experiment onto the next level, like, it's this isn't a JRPG, but it's another genre that we've probably never really properly touched before.
Yeah, true.
So it could be our next foray into genres unknown. So
could be interesting, buddy. Could be interesting. I'm always on board for new things.
Absolutely, buddy. It's the only way to be. And the other bit of good news, I'm really pleased about this. I know you've had the chance to play it on PC anyway, but my Mac, there's no Mac support for Cities Skylines, but having already been released earlier in the year on Xbox One, Paradox are going to be publishing that for PS4. It's coming out on the 15th of August, along with the, what was it called, After Dark?
I think it was After Dark
expansion
or like that,
pack. So that's Cities Skylines coming to PS4, a proper decent city builder coming to the console.
It should be interesting how they wangle that.
That's it, isn't it? It all comes down to that control system, and I've heard. I did a little bit of reading I saw some sort of Xbox One user reviews, and they basically said it's very intuitive, it works very well, but at the same time, you are using a controller, and as such, things will take time to build. One guy was saying, took me 10 hours to put the roads down, but I got there in the end. Because you're using a controller, and it's just the limitations in that respect. But you played. Did you play it before it was it a pre-alpha or something, or did you actually play the finished article?
I think I played the finished article. I think I've got it on Steam. I can't remember. It's been fucking so long ago.
It's a long time, a couple of years, I think. But,
easily.
So they've probably changed quite a lot anyway. But I know that you quite enjoyed it. I'm not sure you were in the right mood for that sort of game when you were playing it.
No, I don't think so, because we played like SimCity for quite a while, trying to get something out of that game.
Yeah, they fucked that one, didn't they?
Yeah, they really did. And then when I loaded into City Skylines, I was like, oh wow, this is what SimCity should have been, with like the multiple regions that you can link together and stuff like that and whatnot. But I think I might have been burnt out from playing SimCity so much. But it was, it's great news that it's coming to PS4. Really cool.
Very much so. Looking forward to it. Should be interesting.
Gibbons.
So that's it from me, buddy. That's my news. So I think it's time to hand over to you for what is my favourite section, and I'm sure everyone else's as well. It's Ash's news favourite things of the week.
If you like news but hate information, you have found the right place. Ash's news favourite thing of the week.
Cheers, buddy. And you were just saying like games on your Mac. Wow, there is a game that you can get on your Mac now, and that's Hitman.
Oh, really?
Hitman is on Mac now, buddy. There you go. Bit of news for you. Yeah, tasty treats. I got a few things because I've collected them over the couple of weeks because we didn't have any last time. I don't know when this was from, but Wipeout Omega Collection tops UK charts, buddy. There you go.
Number 1. That. Good shit.
Yeah, nice. The Xbox One X could see the original... do you remember the original Xbox controller? Like the Duke? Like the big
The huge one?
Yeah, apparently that's coming back.
No, it was a piece of shit.
Yeah, well, it's coming back.
And then they replaced it with the smaller version, which was really good, except for the white and black buttons were just...
Pointless.
You couldn't reach them.
It was stupid.
Yeah.
Mario Kart is officially coming to VR.
Okay.
Don't ask me why.
Would that be good?
I don't know. Freak me out, though.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the reasons behind VR racing, in my head at least, haven't had the chance to try it, is immersion, as in like in a simulation. So I'm not sure how I'd feel about being in like cartoon fucking Mario.
It'd be
Kart
weird.
land.
Be weird.
Would be
interesting
weird.
though.
Kind of freaky, yeah.
Right. So new games come out. They're rather large. How large do you reckon Forza 7 is, or how much free space do you reckon it needs?
Well, with all those 4K textures for all those tracks that they've scanned and mapped.
Yeah.
Coupled with the fact that I know Battlefield 1 with its... I think that installs like 100 gig. Yeah, I'll go 100 gig, buddy.
You bastard. It does need 100 gig of free space at launch. I thought that was quite a large game for a launch. But, you know, hey.
It is, but those textures, mate, they're big. They're big textures. You know, Ubisoft, take note.
Yeah. FIFA 18, not a thing that we hear about very much on this show. It's ditching canned animations, apparently.
All right.
So, yeah, I was reading a bit of the article. I'm going to try and find it now. But for computer means blah blah blah, go straight blah 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 blah. Pretty much, it was on about how like you can move on every footstep, so it's not like you're not tied down.
You haven't got to wait for an animation to finish and the player to put his sort of.
Okay, here. In theory, the idea is that you can change direction with every footstep. Players with longer legs take bigger strides, and therefore they are likely to take more time to turn, whereas a shorter legged person can cut around more quickly. As a result, realism is improved. That's the idea, anyway.
Yeah, that's
so
fine.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just thinking next year's football game. We haven't decided on anything yet. You know,
we haven't.
All to play for. One thing that will help us with that is that PES 18 is getting an online beta in July.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, and apparently Usain Bolt is going to be a playable character.
In the beta?
I don't know in the beta, but yeah, he's going to be a playable character for my club, I think, maybe.
Okay.
If anyone that pre-orders it, it looks like you can get Usain Bolt in your my club.
So they're actually doing a proper test of the online mode of a PES game before releasing it. Is that what you're saying?
It looks like if you blah 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 blah, one such move launch July 20th to the 31st, maybe.
Mate.
You'll be able to do quick match and online co-op modes, apparently. We'll have more details on how to sign up when they are released.
Fucking no, I'm just absolutely blown away that they would actually test that game before. Normally we have to wait until Christmas for the game to actually work online at all.
Indeed, we do.
I don't know. All bets are off with Konami, aren't they?
Yes. So, talking about games that are in betas, GT Sport that we're not allowed to talk about. Apparently, it's got a November release date. Official Xbox official PlayStation magazine. It'd be weird if Xbox magazine put it in there. Put a release date of November the 16th, which is a Thursday. So I don't know about that. But apparently last year's release date was the 15th of November. So who knows?
Okay.
Maybe not. November. But why would the official magazine have a release date in it? You know, I'm just saying. Weird.
It's a bit strange, but it looks like, I mean, it looks like it's going to come out this year.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to come out this year. It'd be crazy if it didn't.
It would.
Unless they just want to keep us on the beta forever. I mean, that's fine.
I can't believe it's still going.
I know. I had an update again.
They keep changing. They keep adding shit and changing shit.
It's mental. Yes, so more beta news. Beta love. Destiny 2 beta. When you can get your hands on it, buddies, because I know everyone's well excited. So if you do pre-order it, which, I have, because I'm that type of guy, I'm going to be able to play it on my PS4 on July 18th. I don't know what that day that is. You can find out if you want. Look at a calendar. If you don't pre-order it, you can access it on the 21st.
Tuesday, 18th.
There you go. So the 21st is 3 days later.
Friday.
There you go. On Xbox One would be on the 19th with a pre-order, and on the 21st again for general access, and PC late August maybe if you're lucky.
Yeah,
Who
they're
knows?
really treating the PC gamers like second-class citizens here in terms of.
I don't. You could say second-class citizens,
and then the game comes
like,
out and it runs at 100 frames on a PC.
It's gonna dick on everything on that PC because like that game for PC has been built up from like scratch. Like it's not like a port or anything. They're like, yeah, we've made this on PC for PCs. It's gonna be. I think it's going to be pretty good on PC.
It's going to be so superior on PC. It's kind of frightening.
Yeah,
really.
and it came out news that even on the Xbox One X that it's still going to run at 30 frames because the CPU is just not good enough, buddy.
It's bullshit. I don't believe that at all. I think they talk a load of shit at Bungie, and I don't believe them.
Of course they do. I love
so it kind of came out of nowhere. I just think that's absolute fucking cock rot. That Bungie are the only developer incapable of making a game run properly at 60 frames. It's just bullshit. Like, let's see how many games come out on the Xbox One X in the opening 6 months that are 30 frame native. Let's
yeah,
see.
Exactly.
Because
silly, isn't it?
it'll be a list of one. So, what's their problem exactly?
No idea. Crazy.
Anyway.
So, finally, buddy, we've made it. We've made it to the final one. And, we've had the debate over the past couple of weeks of, maybe the past, just last week, when we were talking about how Minecraft and the cross-play and everyone's getting involved apart from Sony. Well, what do you think Sony's been up to now with one of their games, Disc Jammers, or whatever it is, or Disc Jam?
Disc Beard Simulator.
Disc Beard Simulator. Well, I'll have you know that they've put forward the possibility of crossplay on PC and PS4. Now, I don't know if you remember, or if we might not have spoken about it last week, but the reason that Sony didn't want to do crossplay is because we can't govern the other platforms, so therefore the safety of our people were like, oh no, well.
And Phil Spencer was fucking furious about that.
Yeah, he was. It was
back
funny as hell.
With utter force, saying, "How dare Sony suggest that the Xbox
that
community isn't being
exactly.
protected by us?" Yeah,
exactly. Like we don't govern, like let alone Minecraft or like Xbox Live or anything. So yeah, no, there you go, mate. The people that don't want to do crossplay are going for crossplay. There you go, mate.
On that game that presumably no one's playing, certainly on PC.
I don't know.
I like it, but I can't imagine that's got a huge install base on Steam.
I don't know, but there you go. It's just, is it because they don't want to do any work with Sony? Like on other news about Sony and Microsoft, do you remember when we were watching E3 and we wanted to watch the Microsoft press conference, buddy? And might have been on the YouTube app on the PlayStation 4.
We
went to play.
Didn't work.
The Microsoft press conference, and no, it was just buffering forever, buddy.
It was suspicious because it was happening at your house in Nottingham and my house in Tunbridge Wells, buddy.
That is odd.
That was strange. That
was very strange.
Couldn't get that thing to work.
I don't know why that would work.
No.
I just just massive bunch of cunts.
Bizarre.
It looks like Sony are.
It's going to be an interesting year, buddy. It certainly is.
Yeah. There you go.
Nice. Well, thanks very much for all your news, buddy. It was a beautiful
You're
thing.
very welcome. One and all.
That was a cooked goose. For everyone. That was your news, that was my news, and that was the news. And now it's time for Fonz or Phoenix.
So what we got this week, buddy? Fucking Fonz or Phoenix? Shit the bed.
We got a big old Fonz, buddy, and I'm sure you're going to be very pleased about this.
Oh, it's a big old Fonz.
The big old Fonz is what it is. It can only be described as a big old Fonz, and that is the Fonz that IO Interactive, IOI, have completed their negotiations with Square, who dropped them for some inexplicable reason, and have now become an independent studio and have retained all of the rights to the Hitman franchise.
Yeah, Agent 47 lives on.
He does. It's fantastic news because they were balls deep in the creation of a second series, and there was some concern that might not go ahead. But yeah, they're their own thing now, like David S. Pumpkins, buddy, and they will retain all future rights to the Hitman IP, future games, so on and so forth. Complete control to do whatever they want. They've started outlining the schedule for June and 2 more seasons as well, which is exciting.
Nice. Happy about that.
Yeah, it's hard to say exactly what form the game's going to take because they laid off a lot of staff in the wake of the whole sort of, I was going to say buyout, but they've kind of bought themselves. So whether episodic is viable when you've got a smaller team or whether they can hire new people again, I don't know. They're going to have to, obviously, they will have to make some sacrifices with their infrastructure because they don't have the money of a giant corporation flying in anymore, but I think most people would agree that probably means that they'll have more creative license to do what they want, buddy, and we fucking love this game, so we know that that's a good thing.
Gibbons, buddy, they need to just shut up and take my money.
Fucking damn right. They've kind of celebrated the move by making the first episode of Hitman free at the moment on Xbox One and PS4. So
very cool.
Might be PC as well, but yeah, you can get Paris right now for free. You can just
and if you've never played Hitman, you just get this and play it because
it's a great level. Paris,
great. It is a great level.
Really, really good.
Very good level.
Yeah, it's just really exciting that this is going to continue. They're a really exciting studio. They've brought us games in the past hit and miss. You know, I'm thinking hit Freedom Fighters, miss Kane and Lynch, but at the same time, they've done some great work in the past. They released a fairly lengthy statement. I'll read just a very small bit of it. They say, so proud to announce today that IOI is now officially an independent studio. We've successfully concluded our negotiations with Square and have agreed to a management buyout. Crucially, we will keep all the rights to the Hitman IP. This is a watershed moment for IOI. As of today, we have complete control over the direction for our studio and the Hitman IP. We're about to forge our own future, and it's incredibly exciting. We are now open to opportunities with future collaborators and partners to help strengthen us as a studio and ensure that we can produce the best game possible for our community. So, yeah, they sound pretty happy about it as well. I'd imagine it's been like fucking pure hell at IO for the last 3 months as they try and work shit out, but here we are now, buddy. What would appear to be a happy ending. So I can't wait for new levels. Really, I can't. So exciting.
Just shut up and take my money.
There we go.
Yeah. I can't wait for season 2. It's going to be fucking awesome.
It'd be sweet.
It's just like the way that it brought it back to that open worldness. They just did it so well, and the fact that it's tongue in cheek kind of the whole way through makes it even better for me.
Exactly, it's fabulous. I know Funk's been enjoying it recently as well, and
Gibbons.
I need to go back as well. And now it's time for Out This Week.
And that's out this week.
Yeah. 3 games are out this week, buddy. Several weird, like, Japanese, like, titty girl games are coming out as well, but I've just removed those because, we don't report on that.
Why not?
I don't count.
We need to broaden our horizons.
I don't count them.
No?
Nope. Out this week we have The Golf Club 2.
Cool. Great. I mean, I've thought about buying the golf club several times in many sales.
Because it's always like £6.
Yeah, and every time I'm like, no.
It's probably shit. This one, probably shit as well. I don't know. It might be good. Who knows? We'll wait for the reviews.
Sure.
I liked the idea. Is the golf club? I think it's the one where you can make your own courses. And
yeah, it's isn't it like unlimited golf courses because they just
I like the sound of that.
Generated or something? I can't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. Well, might have to look into that, but we'll see.
I want the crazy golf game.
Yeah. That's
I haven't had one of them for what was that one? Planet Mini Golf or something? I can't remember.
The Xbox Live Arcade one.
Yeah.
360. Yeah, that was a good game actually.
You bought the DLC.
I did. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, there you go.
That was probably the first DLC I ever bought.
Well done.
It was either that
Congratulations.
or might have been Halo 3 maps, actually.
Maybe.
I think that was everyone's jumping in point.
Ooh.
Bungie there.
Bastards.
Can't get those extra frames per second. We've also got Elite Dangerous Legendary Edition. I don't normally make much of a song and dance about sort of special editions of games being launched because the fucking game probably came out some time ago. But this is exciting because on the 27th of June, Elite Dangerous Legendary Edition releases on Xbox One and PS4. And it's never been on PS4. This is the first time it will have been on PS4, buddy.
It's crazy town.
Are you in any way interested in getting stuck into a bit of space pirating, merchantry?
Space pirating, exploration and whatnot. I mean, yeah, that sounds good.
It does, doesn't it? It's quite a demanding, immersive game from what I've heard. Like, I like the idea of it. It's just whether I'd put the time in to actually enjoy it. That's kind of what it comes down to.
This game would be best in VR.
And it does run in VR.
I know. This is the game that I would buy VR for, I reckon.
All about the cockpits, buddy.
Yeah, I love cockpits.
You love cockpits?
Yeah, pits of cocks.
I love cockpits.
Yes.
I just love cockpits. Anyway, that's out. That's out on PS4, and I've always wanted it to come out on PS4, and now it's coming out on PS4. I'm not sure that I
will buy it.
I'm not sure I will invest the time to enjoy the purchase enough.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? I've got like another 100 hours of Persona to play before even thinking about buying.
Our hands are tied. Yeah, might be
exactly.
Might be one for the old drop down, but we'll see. The other one coming out this week is PS4 exclusive Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, buddy. Insane. You want this?
No.
Neither do I.
I was never a fan of Crash Bandicoot or just Crash.
No, I mean Crash Team Racing was good.
That was fine.
But that's not included in this trilogy.
Well, then what a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, having played the original game on a console in Nathan Drake's house, I have to say, I don't know if I want to play that again. It's a bit of shit. Like, the controls were so terrible. Yeah.
Terrible.
I mean,
terrible.
it looks lovely. The remake that
the
they've
remaster,
made.
yeah, they've done a good job.
Really nice.
Still, yeah.
You know, I mean, I think maybe there should be a limit placed on how many like remasters you can buy each year. Like we've just bought Wipeout, and perhaps now's not the time to jump in on what I think was a distinctly average 3D platformer, even at the time. But maybe there was nothing really else. I don't remember there being anything else to buy on the PlayStation 1 when Crash Bandicoot came out. It was basically like Wipeout F1 Crash Bandicoot, and I think that was about it, really. So yeah, you either had Murray Walker screaming in your face or whatever this thing was. Yeah. No, not the best game. I think it'll sell well. I think people are excited for it, but yeah, we'll see. And still not convinced about these 3D platformers. I'm not sure anyone other than Nintendo could make a good one.
No, well, it's like that one on... what was the one on Xbox that got released? That Fox Tail or Spunky Tail?
Lucky's Tail. Super Lucky's Tail.
Super Lucky's Tail.
That's
Spunky Fuckbag Tail.
Spunky Fuckbag. Spunky Fuckbag the Fox there, buddy.
Yeah.
People are going mad for that on the show floor. I heard loads of good things about that game.
Cool. Not on this podcast.
No, fuck the Spunky Fox, buddy. Anyway, Crash Bandicoot, take it or leave it. You know what it is. I'm not going to tell you. That's out this week.
Nice.
And now it's time for the JFG Top 5.
Just for Gamers Top 5.
And that's the top 5.
Top 5.
What's the top 5? What's the top 5 this week? What do I say, buddy? I don't know.
You don't have to always say the same thing, mate. You can say whatever you
like. Mate, I've laid these catchphrases down as a tradition. Time.
You usually say, what's the top 5 this week, buddy?
There you go. What's the top 5 this week, buddy? Well, this week's top 5, buddy. Let me tell you. Go on then.
No, you okay. The top 5 this week is the top 5 games you can play in games. So this is a couple of weeks old now, so probably people have forgotten, but we were talking about video games that you could play inside other video games. And so we decided that warranted a top 5. When I put this list together, I actually did struggle a little bit because it's not that common a thing. Like, it's very much Easter egg territory. But for an actual licensed former video game title in its entirety to be available in a new video game, that hasn't happened that much. But we got 5 classic examples here, buddy, and I'm going to get the ball rolling with...
Just something just popped into my head, obviously, because that's how I think. So what about, say you buy Mario All-Stars, Super Mario All-Stars.
Yeah.
And it's got like Mario 1, 2, 3 and like something else.
It's a compilation.
So it's not like a game within a game.
Nope.
Because the game's called something else, but it's got other games in it.
No, it's a compilation. Mario All-Stars isn't a Mario game.
Got ya.
It's a collection of other Mario games.
No, just saying. Yeah, okay. Clearing that up.
Number 1. Project Gotham Racing, I believe 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, traditions.
Which featured various instances of Geometry Wars, which was a fucking brilliant little arcade shooter.
I bought that on Xbox Live Arcade as well.
And why not, buddy? It's a great game.
Geometry Wars 2? I can't remember whatever one it was. But yeah, like, it was so cool when you were like in your garage, like walking around looking at your fucking sweet ass 360 graphics cars, being like, oh, look at them shine, look at the shiny shine, and then being like, oh, look, there's an arcade cabinet over there, just go and play some Geometry Wars. Why the fuck not?
It's fucking sweet. And those garages looked really nice because when you went into that, it was like a 20 frame capped, like really high res mode with like a soft filter. So it wasn't like running in the normal game engine, and it looked really nice. Like it still looks good cool. Now. I went into.
I love the fact that you had like different areas as well. Like you could, different garages, couldn't you? And you could fill them all up. It was fucking mint. I filled them all up to the brim with like stupid ones. I'd have like my Ferrari garage. I was like, this is where all my Ferraris go. Yeah, obviously. Called the Ferrari garage. I mean, it'd be stupid to put anything else in the Ferrari garage apart from Ferraris.
Absolutely right, buddy.
Sorry, bit of a retarded rant.
It's got to be. It's got to be. It's important.
Well,
it's saying. Just another example of the wonderment of Project Gotham. Just doing something fucking awesome that no one had done before, and people haven't really bothered to do since.
Well, I don't think that that's ever going to come to backwards compatibility, buddy.
Well, the studio isn't there to make it, but that doesn't necessarily mean no one will.
I don't think it's going to happen because, like you say, the studio's not there anymore.
Just seems so. Well, I mean, Psygnosis isn't there either, but we've got Wipeout, so it's one of those, isn't it? I mean, what's the team making the team that made the Nathan Drake collection, Blue, whatever they're called?
Blue Steel.
They've got no affiliation with Naughty Dog, and they made those games. I think it's a weird omission. Project Gotham was a massive franchise for Microsoft. Project Gotham 3 was shown in the cinemas in 1999. So like it was maybe not 99. I can't remember exactly what year it was, but
that wouldn't have been till
something like that.
What? Gotham 3?
Yeah,
must have been 05. I'm gonna say.
Yeah, you're probably right. November 2005. That I saw the ads for that in the cinema, and that was a massive franchise for Microsoft. Like really successful games, sold brilliantly. Like it was one of the ones at the forefront of Xbox Live for 360. It just seems like a weird omission to not have any Gotham on your backwards compatibility, and I haven't really heard anyone really asking for it either, which perhaps answers the question, but. Don't really get it. Either way, we're getting off piste. Geometry Wars, awesome game in Project Gotham Racing 2, 3, and 4. Very, very cool. Good addition to the garage. Number 2 on our top 5 list, buddy, is Doom. The 2016 version of Doom, which has the Easter eggs of classic Doom levels inside Doom.
It's just... those ones where you're going around like in the new Doom levels, and then suddenly it chucks you in, like you go through like a passageway and you're stuck in like old Doom. Just it feels so friggin' weird. It freaks me out. Like
it
doesn't
so
make
odd.
any sense. Yeah,
it doesn't load or anything. It's done in engine. So
yeah,
you just open a door and it's Doom. Like Doom 2, you know? Like, it's so weird, but I think the contrast is so amazing. Like, it's a fantastic Easter egg. Just further, like, heap the praise onto Doom. It's such a fabulous game. But, yeah, like, I went through these. I didn't want to miss any, so I did actually go back through and, like, follow a guide to find all of them. They're not like they're not expertly hidden. They're not sort of they want you to find them because obviously it's a really cool thing. But they are kind of hidden enough you have to make a bit of an effort. But really, really nice. Like it a lot. Very cool.
It's very cool.
Number 3 comes from a very odd place, and this is Black Ops 2. Which featured a classic Atari arcade machine, which is kind of weird. You wouldn't really think COD would be the sort of game that put that sort of Easter egg in there, but they have got previous, like Black Ops and Black Ops 3 had sort of mini games and stuff in them as well. But yeah, this one was probably the one that was best implemented. And
so this was like an Easter egg in Nuke Town. Where you went round and like shot all the heads off for like the mannequin people there.
That's the one.
And then you go back outside and there's like a big screen TV kind of thing, and yeah, it's mental. It's like I think this is one of my favorite ones, just because it's so weird. Like, it's not just like they're in the game kind of thing. It's like you said, like I said, it's like an Easter egg. It's crazy. It's very strange.
It's just a really nice touch, and like, this is video games. This is coding. Like, this doesn't happen overnight. It's not easy to just chuck this fucking thing in there. Like,
no, exactly.
A lot of time and effort has to go into everything in a video game, including Easter eggs that like 90% of people might not even find. So I think that's the thing. Like, that's where the passion comes through. You're making something, and you're not making it obvious. You're not telegraphing it. So you're just putting all this effort into something that people might not even see. It's just, you know, that would be annoying from a developer's standpoint, but I just think there's something really nice about that. Just showing, like, I'm so passionate, I don't care if you find it or not. I'm going to put the time in and do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Very
cool.
Number 4 on our list, buddy, Shenmue, which featured arcade machines galore. But the first one that you came across in the original Shenmue game on the Dreamcast was Space Harrier, which is an absolute classic. A mixture of many, many stupid things that you were able to do in Shenmue 1 and 2, forklift driving included, and saving a cat, and you know, the same street fight every day, that sort of thing. But Space Harrier, and it ran well, and it looks cool, and I always liked Space Harrier.
Really well. So it's crazy. It's a very, very strange game. It's like a, you know, those side-scroller games, like the side-scroller shooter games, but it like, how would you say it? Like from like just forward instead of side. It's like straight on. It's
just
mental.
The way that you sort of jump about. Yeah, I mean, I think in terms of the, it might have something to do with the art style, but it does remind me of, is it the first Pilot Wings? On the SNES.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
That first SNES Star Fox game. It's kind of got a little bit of that about it. It's clearly not as advanced as that. Like that was all polygons, and this is all sort of sprites. But it's a strange game. But it ran perfectly in Shenmue. Like I suppose I shouldn't be that surprised. Obviously, a Dreamcast can handle that. But it was the full game in there. You could play the whole thing. So. That's pretty cool. And that goes for Geometry Wars as well. Like, some of these things are just a bit of a taste of an old game, but these were like the full ROMs.
Yeah, Gibbons.
So the last one, number 5 on our list, buddy, was in GTA 4. And
yes, it was.
So Cubed.
Yeah, so where was this found? Was it like in the pubs and stuff like that? I think I can't remember. But yeah, it's like Tetris. But like a weird, like 3D kind of vibe to it. But yeah, once again, just a really nice little touch. The fact that there's like this little game added in within it. It's cool. It's
really nice, and you know, there was always going to be a Rockstar one in there. I mean, the amount of time and effort that goes into their sort of mini games and all the GTA 5 stuff, golf and tennis and all sorts.
Yeah, man. Seriously,
there was always going to be something like this. That I think arcade machines are like the best thing to put in your game. There's so many open world games and stuff now. Like, it's such a joy when you sort of stumble across an arcade machine in video games.
Gibbons.
This was no exception. So yeah, very, very cool. Be interesting to see. I suppose we got to kind of keep an eye out now. We've been like talking about it.
Yeah, I think so. To see
who does a little Easter egg like that next.
Yeah, it should be cool.
Either way, that's our top 5. Top 5 games you can play in other games. We've got Geometry Wars in Project Gotham, Doom Classic levels inside Doom 2016, the Atari arcade machine of Black Ops 2, Space Harrier inside Shenmue, and Cubed in GTA 4.
Nice.
And now it's time for Fuckwit Corner.
Fuckwit Corner with funk. Fuckwit Corner with funk. He's got some questions for us.
definitely got some questions, buddy.
Funk's got a little tidbit here. It was kind of related to E3 last week because we stupidly thought that we could talk about E3 and complete the rest of the show with all of its community feedback and so on, and that was never going to happen because there was just too much to discuss. So Funk's chucked this in last week, but it still remains pertinent, so we go for it now. And it is this. Funk says, I've never really given a fuck about E3. Showing me some images of a game coming out next year just doesn't interest me. Not because I don't think the games are good, just that they won't be anything like the effing trailers.
Yeah.
The Division being a good example. They overpromise and underdeliver every time. And then he asks the question, any thoughts on games that have delivered what they said they would? P.S. Wildpants was fun again. It just doesn't make sense.
It really doesn't make sense. It's crazy.
So obviously I've had some time to think about games that did deliver, that were massively overhyped. And this is only my opinion on these. And I think that these, you think about the number of video games that have been released over the years. These are probably the exceptions that prove the rule.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot. You are let down more often than not, and he's absolutely right. I get his point. But off the top of my head, Half-Life, GTA 5, The Last of Us, The Witcher 3, Horizon Zero Dawn, Portal 2, and Skyrim. Those were 7 that just immediately sprang to mind. But but we're talking like Oscar-worthy classics there, rather than the sort of... What he's saying is, usually you're let down, and he's not wrong.
Yeah, by these big games that get super hyped up about whatever they're on about, and then they come out and you're just like, oh, what a massive letdown.
Yeah, exactly.
The majority of Ubisoft games recently, I mean, we've dug into that several times now, and yeah, it is a shame. I like what he says about the trailers for games that aren't even coming out this year, like they're coming out next year, and like Sony were massive cunts for doing that again this year.
Yeah,
because like last year they showed like the same games, and they showed the same games this year, and they're like, I was like, oh cool, at least they're coming out this year, and they're like, yeah, no, not coming out till 2018. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake. Right, cool. And
some of them don't even look good. Like Days Gone, it's not coming out to next.
It's
not coming out to next year, and who fucking cares when it's coming out anyway?
I couldn't give a shit about that game. Seriously,
QTEs, mate.
Looks terrible.
That's what you want.
It looks boring. Doesn't excite me one bit.
Such a shame. It's a nice concept.
We need some new IPs to be like interesting, and I don't know. Something new needs to come to the table, not like fucking bikers and zombies with magical senses.
I feel like if that was like if it was 3 years ago, then I would be genuinely like really excited. But yeah, as you say, like The Last of Us has done the sort of somber vegetation and zombies thing really well. Like, we don't need another one set in that universe, but with fucking dickhead bikers. Like, just looks shit.
Yeah, there was a lot of disappointments this E3, and yeah, not many things saying like, yeah, and we're out in a couple of months or whatever, which is the main thing I want to see when I see trailers. That I'm like, oh wow, that looks cool. Is that coming out soon? Yes. Oh great, I'm looking forward to that even more now. But if it's like one of the ones with God of War, because obviously we saw like their debut trailer of it last year at E3, and they showed it this year at E3, and I was like, well, that's got to be coming out end of this year then. And then when it was like early 2018, I'm like, so that's like March then.
Yeah.
It's just like
March, which becomes May.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just like, oh, for fuck's sake. Well, what's the point in showing me that? Like, absolutely nothing.
I've seen some vlogs and stuff from E3 this year, and people saying how oppressively awful the queues were and stuff. Like mixed reports. Like a lot of the public who went in for the first time were kind of blown away by it, but by the end they were like, fuck me, it's really hot and just annoying in here. At the same time, it sounds like the panel shows and stuff that they put on were a real success. Like a massive hit.
That sounds really cool.
It does. So yeah, it's a mixed bag. But yeah, no, I can see exactly where Funk's coming from, as can PJ, who we just mentioned, even though we're in Fuckwit Corner, because he was talking to Funk at the time as well and said, yeah, I don't care about E3 either. It's part of the problem Funk mentions, because it forces companies to rush out and present stuff which is half-baked, as they need to show something. So that, like, I think what really rings true there is showing stuff that's not coming out for fucking 18 months to 2 years.
Did you see the Devolver Digital or whatever it is?
I have now watched the Devolver Digital 15-minute. I highly recommend everyone do the same. Go and look up the Devolver Digital E3.
Devolver Digital Earliest Access.
Earliest Access. Yeah. Oh my god. What a ridiculous.
So
yeah.
It's so funny.
I just... honestly... I don't even know what to say about it.
It was odd, wasn't it? Very strange.
It was so weird that it was the. I loved. There were so many nice touches in there. If you're like a giant bomb fan, you know, the fact they kept going on about tomorrow's unethical business practices today. The fact that they were broadcasting live from the Dave Lang Memorial Convention Center.
Yeah.
It was just. It's fucking funny, man. It's really good. Really, really good. Worth watching. Look up Devolver Digital E3 show. It's a perfect piss take of all of those stupid conferences you've seen.
Yeah.
Certainly, based on what Funk said, I think he'll probably enjoy that one quite a lot.
Yeah, it was good.
So thanks for that, Funk, and PJ as well. Every week, we end the show with questions and comments sent in by you. If you've got anything for us, just pop an email to the jfgpodcast@gmail.com or contact us on Facebook, Twitter, or at justforgamers.co.uk. And now it's time for JFG Street Beat.
You got a question we wanna know. Street Beat. Facebook, Twitter, we're on them all. So hit us up and be on the show. Street Beat. The JFG Street Beat.
Wanna know? That's not
Get
what I
on
say.
the show.
What do I say? I've just fucking lost the plot, mate. I told you. Is it? Do I say wanna know?
No, you say get on the show.
Yeah, then what do I say?
I don't know now.
Street Beat.
JFG. It's JFG Street Beat. Michael Strong is in touch.
Ah, there we go. I got Street Beat.
We want to know.
Get on the show.
Michael Strong says, Fortnite from Epic. For some reason, I'm pumped.
Ultra super pumped.
Will it be a letdown? Some friends I know are playing it in alpha. I can't get a code, which might be why I'm pumped. Comes out July 21st. I'm pumped too, Michael Strong, because I've watched a bit of this and I've read a bit of this, and there's definite Orcs Must Die vibes in here, which, as you well know, we are big fans of.
I love surviving, or not if it's what is that game type? It's like horde mode in a way, I guess, isn't it?
It's horde mode, but where you've got like the opportunity to sort of set up a death
or
room
different
kind of
traps
thing.
and stuff like that. Fucking hell, this game looks awesome, buddy. I'm ultra super pumped.
Ultra super pumped.
That looks mint.
I know.
I just saw like a minute trailer of it. I'm like, well, yeah, that's Orcs Must Die, but it looks way better. It's very cool.
I mean, Orcs Must Die kind of fucks it with their free-to-play thing, and it may eventually come out.
Who knows?
Unchained.
Yeah.
But whether anyone would give a flying fuck about it at the time, I don't really know.
Art style looks really cool as well.
It does look
It's like
lovely,
kind of
doesn't
like
it?
a cooler version of like Plants vs Zombies.
Yeah, no, it's got that sort of cartoony type thing going on. But yeah, like third person, lay your traps down, like multiplayer. It's got all of the ingredients, man. Like I'm fucking well psyched for this thing. It looks great.
Yeah, man. Seriously, I'm like, it's got like all kinds of like building mechanics and stuff like that.
Yeah,
This is
no, it goes
crazy.
much further than Orcs with its just sort of, buy your traps, stick them to a wall kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Awesome. Wow. I found like a developer like stream. I'm gonna have to watch that later.
It's gonna be good viewing. Yeah, looks really cool. Yeah, we keep an eye out on that one. I think Fortnite Watch from now on.
I think so.
Very nice too.
Nice.
So next, have you got something here from Mel?
Just that he's ultra super pumped over Skyrim VR, buddy.
Ultra super pumped.
There you go. That's it.
So
He said it looks really cool. And then I was like, yeah, those mods are going to be crazy. And, what did he come back with? Like, I can't remember now. Randy Savage Slim Jim Dragon Attack. Full show.
Nice.
But yeah, imagine seeing Randy Savage, or like maybe like the Thomas, the tank engine, like fucking
the trains
dragon.
in the sky.
Yeah, in VR. Be like, I'm freaking out, man.
I don't know if my fragile little mind would be able to handle that, if I'm honest.
Wow.
Crazy shit.
You'd have to, buddy. You haven't got a choice.
I liked the look of Skyrim VR more than Fallout. I thought that looked kind of fiddly with the Pip-Boy and everything. Like, it looked cool, but the whole, like, scrolling about and stuff. Not sure.
I don't know. It's fucking VR, man. Fuck that shit.
Not interested right now, are you?
Nah.
No, that's all right, buddy. We'll see where it goes. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
I still love it. I still love the idea. If I had a spare bit of money lying around, then I'd grab myself a PSVR right now. Safe in the knowledge that there's no decent software for it. I don't care. I just like the novelty value of those experiences that I had at that game show like a year and a half ago. It's just fucking awesome. And with the stuff like Mel was saying, with sort of integration with sports and stuff that seems to be coming in, I think that's a good reason as well. So, yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah. Next, Tom. One from Tom here. Another good reason to own a Switch. All other gaming devices are too uncomfortable to use in this weather. So, I guess that means the Switch is kind of an all-weather device, buddy.
Yeah, it's all weather, all
sweaty
purpose.
and shitty.
Yeah, it looks that way, doesn't it?
Fucking hell. Well, you heard it here first, buddies, because, I mean, I have noticed that I've been getting a little bit sweaty from the roller boogie when I've been playing PS4 this week. It's
nice.
It's decidedly warm. There's always the concern that you're going to, the heat of your hands plus the ambient temperature of the room, you're going to unearth many, many years of dirt that's sort of caked into the crevices. It's
not nice. It's
not the best. But yeah, so Switch is hot weather ready.
Good news.
People on the equator take note.
Switch is good.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I think we'll finish with this revelation you've had here, buddy. So I'm going to just pop into I'm just going to pop into everyone's second favourite section behind your news favourite things of the week, buddy, and that is the art of Mel Gibson's soul, or
Tamogs.
Tamogs.
What
this
have we got this
exhibit,
week, buddy? Let me know.
Well, it's kind of last week's exhibit because obviously E3 got in the way.
It did.
Of art, which is frankly unforgivable, but these things happen. So last week's exhibits from Mel, exhibits plural, because he popped 2.
There was 2, and that second one, I'm totally on board.
Absolute gem. Obviously, I'm interpreting the images.
Oh,
buddy.
yeah, I know. Go for it.
And art's there to sort of imprint your own personality upon, I'd say. Firstly, the first one is what I believe to be a picture of Mel being born. He is a soul. So he was born from a rectangular vagina.
Yeah. That makes sense.
You can't really argue with that, I don't think.
No.
Elsewhere, Mel brings us an important psych evaluation describing the horrors of female, featuring masturbation, homosexuality,
Yeah.
unnatural mothers, and refusal of conjugal duties.
Bitches.
Yeah. So there you go. Touching, thrilling, insightful, and head to the community for more, because I've got my new phone now with its lovely new camera.
Ooh. You've been taking some pictures, mate.
I've been getting busy in the community. I'm just saying. Dick pics ho. So there we go, buddies.
Nice, buddy.
So let's finish things off with this revelation, buddy, that you discovered when you were popping around in old, is it Blueberry?
I think, yeah. So our website is hosted with WordPress, and we use Blueberry for our podcasting shit.
Yeah, I don't really want to give the game away on actual figures here. Like maybe sort of percentages is probably a better idea.
I think the figures are strong. I think we've done well in a couple of years, getting in the thousands of listens, which is nice. Multiple thousands. This in here, it gives us like a breakdown of where are things being downloaded from and streamed from and things like that. I don't think it's accurate at all in one bit. I think this is all baloney because it's a free service.
If this is true, then it's absolutely baffling.
So it seems like obviously the majority of our listeners are from the United Kingdom. Heyo, that's where we're from. Thank you very much.
It's a very small majority.
And second on the list, buddy, where would that be? I mean, I've heard of this place.
I don't understand. If these stats are true,
yeah, go on.
Then the second highest listener base to the JFG podcast is Japan.
Japan in Asia.
And only by a couple of hundred plays from the UK, i.e., like almost 50% of our listeners are from Japan. Now this can't be right. We would have had some
It's that
inkling
VPN that I've got set up. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's the old
VPN.
Japanese VPN.
Yeah, obviously.
I would. Part of me would love to believe that this is true because it'd be really funny.
Mate, we're big in Japan.
We appear to be big in Japan.
We're fucking big in Japan.
If you are from Japan and you're listening to the JFG podcast, please, the JFG podcast at gmail.com, please get in touch. We must hear from you and your brethren. We must know if we have any listeners in Japan, because according to our figures, which cannot be trusted, like 46% of our listener base is in Japan. So
to our Japanese listeners, konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa, indeed, buddy. Hello.
Yep.
Hi. How's it going?
Bundaroo. I'll probably stop saying Bundaroo quite so often.
Don't. They love it.
Okay.
Well, we've got so many listens over there.
Yeah.
It obviously means something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Then third on the list is Germany, and then the United States, and then Canada. Thank you very much.
That's kind of weird that Germany's ahead of the US, though, don't you think?
I don't know. I mean, it's weird that Japan's there. Incredibly strange.
Yeah. Well, either way, as I said, please get in touch, and not just our Japanese listeners, but from
everyone.
Anywhere. Get in touch.
Please, yeah. Touch him.
It's I mean, it's not fucking hard to get on this show. Let's put it that way. So get stuck
we
in,
do
buddies.
it every week, buddy.
We certainly do, without fail.
Yeah, we do.
So I think that'll about do us, buddy, for episode 116. And what a time we've had. It's been nice to get back into the flow of sensible sections where we don't have to talk for 3 hours about the 200 games that have been released or going to be released in the next 3 to 5 years.
Yeah, so at some point, hopefully.
Looking at you,
maybe.
Sony. So,
bastards.
Yeah. There is a sale on the store, so I would normally at this point ask what we're going to play now, but I guess we'll just go
need
and
to look up that fucking double discounts, mate, and also the fact that Sniper Elite 4's on sale. I don't know why I'm intrigued.
You got a hankering for that, haven't you?
I think I just want to buy a game.
We've all been there, and as you know, that's the game.
That is the game, buddy.
That's the fucking game right there. Well, either way, we'll fire up our consoles. Maybe we'll buy something, and then we can talk about it for next week's show, buddy. And that's the beauty of doing this podcast. Is you've always got that way of justifying a purchase. Being
we have to buy games so we can talk about it.
Exactly. It's the perfect excuse.
Exactly. You know the score.
The perfect caper. Excellent.
It's a beautiful thing.
Sweet. Well, thanks so much for listening, buddies. You can find us at www.thejfgpodcast.co.uk. You can find us at Facebook /The JFG Podcast. Our Twitter handle is at The JFG Podcast as well. Come and join our PS4 community, and then you too can post dick pics of Randy Pitchford. We all want to do it. It's not free to play, buddy. It's never going free to play. It's a trial. It's an unlimited trial.
It's an unlimited trial with limited access to characters that switch out every week.
It's not.
But if you want, you can buy them.
Yeah, but it's not free to play.
It's not free to play, though, mate.
It's not free to play.
No.
We are on Mixer, formerly Beam.pro. You can find us on there. We are a founding member of Mixer, so Rich Mahogany, Leatherbound Books, that sort of thing. We're on SoundCloud, / Just for Gamers, if you want to listen to an episode from 3,000 years ago.
Whoa.
Long time. And we are also on Google Plus, if that is how you choose to live your Japanese life. Ooh. Thanks so much for listening, buddies. We'll catch you next time, but until then, I've been Alex. He has been Ash.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. You've been listening to the JFG Podcast with Ash and me, Alex. To find out more, head to www.justforgamers.co.uk, Facebook / the JFG Podcast, or Twitter, where we are at the JFG Podcast. Episodes go live every Sunday, and if you could pop onto iTunes and write us a quick review, we would love every inch of you, even if you got old and fat. Thanks so much for listening, and we will catch you next time.